Welcome back. I figured I'd do a quick wrap up for now on this Ford 3000. I'm dropping it off this morning and it's already hot. It's like 6:30 and we're already at like 65, 66 degrees. And which the radio tells me is somewhere around 20 for you metric people. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to go through some of the stuff. I did some things off camera on this tractor, so I'll do kind of an overview. There's more videos coming. To be perfectly honest, I'm dropping this off at 6:30 in the morning, and I'm later than I want to be. This is a really busy time of year for me, so you'll see my videos drop off in frequency and that kind of stuff. And it's not necessarily because I'm not videotaping stuff. I don't have time to turn what I videotape into a movie. But anyway, back to the tractor. So it's time to take hay off. So that's why this tractor's got to come back. I've been using it a little bit. It's running well, but I've got to bring it back out to the farm and actually get it back to work. So I'll just grab the camera and kind of go through some of this stuff. So this tractor is a 73 Ford 3000. I've done quite a few videos on it, and I even did one where I made a new gasket for this hydraulic pump, but that was one of the several times I've had this pump off. So that gasket that I made in the video that I just left online, it worked for a while, but after about 10 to 15 minutes of runtime, it started to leak. I had already ordered a factory gasket or a replacement gasket, one of the Chinese ones, so I figured I'd just throw it in, see how it did. The aftermarket replacement gasket that I put in here started to leak within 30 seconds. Instantly started to leak. What I ended up having to do on this thing is I ended up having to disassemble the gear drive end. There's an oil passage, a pressure-fed oil passage that comes up into the pump, and somehow it had developed a blockage in that system. That's why it was leaking. It had back pressure on that system, so it would cause it to leak out of the oil feed hole. So after I took that apart, fixed it, I made another gasket. Why did I make another gasket? Because the one that I made lasted 10 minutes before it started to leak. The one that I bought lasted 30 seconds. So I went ahead, I made another gasket. It's in there. I cleaned that out. Has not leaked again since. I put one new line on the tractor. It's this one right here. This is the up pressure for the loader. So that's one that you really don't want to have blow out, and it rubs against the steering, which it's still going to do. The last one lasted 20 years and never actually ruptured. So this one will probably, 20 years from now, this tractor will be pushing 70. I don't know if we'll still be using it as a farm equipment piece at that point. Another thing, I put this block off plate in there, and I should really make this on its own separate deal. This block off plate, I routed these lines in a dumb way. Okay, I used a high pressure brass, I used 90-degree fittings, and that came back and around like that. The original way it was routed, it had a switch valve on here, and it essentially came up, went all the way around the tractor, and then back up to the loader controls. That was a dumb way to have it routed. This is still a dumb way to have it routed. I don't know why I didn't see this. I just had this type of setup in my mind, and I guess I looked on the internet. I didn't really see anything better. But if you've got your loader control there, now that I've done this, and I already have the lines made and the adapters in, so I'm not going to change it until there's a problem. But what I should have done is gone straight forward. I would have come right next to the range selector and then I could have gone over and up to the control valve. So the lines would have been, run like that. Okay, that one would have been a lot easier to do. Those lines would have not had as much pressure on them being bent. They would have just worked better that way. But I didn't think of that. That was one of those things that came to me later. Did a valve adjustment. That's not up on the internet yet. I'm not sure which one will make it first, this one or that one. So we'll see. But yeah. Oh, and the tire. So here's another one for you. This tire has it's a Firestone tire. It has a Firestone tube in it. It had a Firestone tube in it. Apparently, somewhere around, this tire's been on the tractor for about 8 years. The valve stem, this is a loaded tire. So this is a loaded tire. It's got calcium chloride in it. At a certain point, and I'm not sure what the age ranges are, but they have fixed it now on the brand new stuff. They cheapened the material that they were making this brass valve core out of in the tube. They fail. So if you've got a tube that's somewhere, this one's about 8 years old. I think they ran probably from about 10 years ago until pretty recently. They have a low quality brass, and it's going to prematurely fail if you've got a Firestone tube. So that sucks, but there's not a lot you can do about it. So I did some other things like grease most of the fittings. I found a couple more that I should have greased, but that's something that can be handled here on site. I guess that's about it. So thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. I will have some more of this, even though I'm done with the tractor for now. I still have some stuff that I've videotaped and haven't put up. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.